it was one of those type of games where you either loved it or you hated it. And if you ask me, it didn't even really start getting bad till Final Fantasy X. But this one was where it all started going wrong. It seems like they wanted to change everything from the last Final Fantasy game. The characters, the look, the feel, the sound, even the focus. They decided to change the plot completely into one based more around a central love story than any kind of plot that centers around saving the world. I mean, see if you can even spot what's going on here from the subtitles. These really weird cryptic subtitles that appear all over these Japanese games, and I can't imagine they make much more sense in Japanese than they do in English. But I always like the air quotes, and I'll be waiting here. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. But if there's one thing Square does well, it's making really awesome trailers that overhype the shit out of the game for fanboys who will buy anything Square puts out and consider it a masterpiece. I even met one jagoff at a convention who thought Air Gaze and The Bouncer were really good games. Anyway, there's no real point in trying to piece together what the fuck is going on with the plot, because this video makes absolutely no sense. As far as you can tell, there's some queen chick with huge boobs who has real trouble getting through doors because of the big thing mounted on her back. And these two are trying to work out their unresolved homosexual issues by sissy fighting with two of the stupidest weapons in history. There can be only one. Ha! Pulled my finger. Now, you might think there's something epic going on here, like there's some kind of world-shattering event that warrants this duel because of all the Carmina Burana music with the God chorus and the But no, these guys are really just sissy fighting in training. I'm serious. They're just sparring. And from here he moves on to play a card battle game. Facepalm, baby. Ooh. Owned. I'm gonna harm you. For those of you who can't speak Latin, the chorus is saying, real gay, sissy gay, 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 sissy gay, gay, butt sex, astroglide, glory hole, balls, teabag, shong. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna harp on the gay thing. I was just fucking around. I mean, really, they're more emo than gay anyway. And sissies, leather-wearing sissies too. My forehead hurts. And now you gotta name him, so, let's see. I wonder if sawed-off Winona-looking too much leather-wearing, whiny, mumbling, girl-hating, emo shitbird will fit. Well, let's see, only 7 letters? I love it when they let you name the characters, because it lets me pick something appropriate. I mean, for Squall, what do we figure? We got the stupid hair in his eyes, the mumbling, the ellipses all the time. I know, let's just go with Emo Git. You know, there's so much about this game that annoys me. It's really hard to know where to start, but I just take them as they come. But I just love how the first scene of this game is our brave hero getting himself stitched up in the school nurse's office. There's just something amusing about that. He's like, oh, it's gonna leave a scar. And not only that, he's such a wuss, he has to be picked up by his teacher. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. You want to call your mommy? Hey, wait a minute. Now, hold on a second. Now, who is that? Is that my teacher? Dear God, that's the hottest teacher I've ever seen! I mean, I know she's a cartoon and all, but god damn, I am so thinking foursome right now. She's a teacher with a whip. Teacher, I need to stay late for a cram session. Look at her, she's having an orgasm just looking at me. Spank me, Noah. I would so hit it, Froggy style. Ooh. She's a teacher so hot and sexy, she's actually got groupies called Trapies. Count me in, honey. I gotta stay after school. Come on, you're my new girlfriend now, baby. Kiss me. That hair smells good. I'm back into this right here, right now. I don't care who's watching. I'll be in my bunk. Emo Git, you're forgetting something. Your girlfriend? Baby. You're my girlfriend. Anyway, you gotta name your GF, which is kind of like your Espers. I don't like the name they give me, and so they give you a lot bigger one. This kind of looks like an ass pickle to me, so I'm gonna name it that. And no. Shiva won't do. I guess Miss Bukaki will do. And this is where I really started taking issue with the game, because after you do this, Quistis starts giving you tutorials on every single thing in the game, and it's so involved. They changed everything from the ground up, and they made it so needlessly abstract and complicated that this is just the beginning of it. You have to link your magic to your given attributes, and the different kinds of magic you link to your different attributes increase them in different ways. But not only that, you can link your magic to everything else. Not just your attributes, but your various items, your attack, your defense, your luck, everything. But not only that, it matters what quantity of each magic you have. You're not given magic. You have to draw it. And I'll have a lot more on that later. But you can stock up to 100 magic types, and you have to bind them to your attributes. So basically you want a full load every time of every magic spell conceivable. And if you want magic, you have to draw it from your enemies, which is a combat action. And to do that, you do nothing but draw, basically meaning if you want magic, you have to do this for every spell, for every enemy you meet, and to do that, you have to do nothing but let the enemy mercilessly wail on you while you draw hundreds upon hundreds of magic spells, just so you can be competitive in combat and cast the magic you want to cast. You will spend so many untold hours doing nothing but drawing magic and getting yourself abused it'll drive you batshit insane. I just want to fight! And let's not forget the tutorials on the Gunblade.
The fucking Gunblade. I sound like such a fucking retard when I have to bitch about the Gunblade. And you know why? It's because it's idiots who like Final Fantasy VIII and idiots who defend this thing. I mean, do I even really need to explain to you in how many ways the Gunblade is stupid? You can't tell? I mean, I get the concept. I really do. I mean, really big swords are cool. Guns are cool. But when you mix them both together, you're not always going to get Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what the fuck is it? It's a 4-foot sword, duct tape onto a fucking pistol grip. What the hell does it do? If you swing something this heavy, with such an inappropriate grip, all you gotta do is break your fucking wrist. I mean, does it have ammo? Do you need to reload it? What does the ammo do? What actually happens when you pull the trigger? Does a sword hurt more when you load it with bullets? I just don't get it. And here it comes. The cries of the fanboys. Oh, you're bringing up realism in a Final Fantasy game. Well, yeah, I am in this case. I mean, not only does the Gunblade look stupid, but Final Fantasy VIII marked a transitional point in the series. I mean, you could argue that I liked Final Fantasy VII, and the hero there had a 6-foot Buster Sword that was bigger than him and probably weighed upward of 200 pounds. Did I have a problem with that? Well, yeah, sort of. I mean, but with Final Fantasy VIII, the game's changed to a more realistic look. They actually looked like people and not super deformed anime characters. Was it really so out of line to expect them to have more realistic weapons? I mean, everyone else does. And is this the chosen weapon of an entire class of soldiers? I mean, somebody really just miscalculated the coolness factor of the Gunblade. I mean, I could combine random shit too and come up with better stuff than that. I mean, like the Sharkzooka.
All the Gunblade does is add a timing puzzle to the fucking game, and I hate timing puzzles! I mean, it's the future. You're a soldier. Get a gun! Why do you need a sword? Anyway, you go to the fire cave as your final exam, and so you have to choose a time limit. I choose 10 minutes because I'm fucking hardcore, and that's how I roll! And if it doesn't seem annoying yet, it will, because one of the fastest ways to beat the bad guys is to summon your GFs, or your Guardian Forces. And this is kinda cool until you realize you can never skip these animations. And they only get longer from here. This is the shortest one. You are gonna get so sick of seeing these during the course of the game, and you'll summon them 5, 6, 10 times a game. Oh yeah, I'm serious. It just gets so annoying and repetitive. And so I finally just get sick of it, and I decide the much better option is to try to whack it to death with my sword. And I haven't even bothered drawing magic, so this is taking way longer than it should. Luckily, my girlfriend is there with her whip and beats the shit out of this guy. I just like how this is the standard final exam for the special class of soldiers. They put you in a fiery magma cave where they make you fight a summoned demon. I mean, there's a written exam and the demon war. Oh, this is great. Truly, this is the future! Oh, I know it seems like I'm nitpicking, but I ain't even gotten started yet on the most annoying parts of Final Fantasy VIII. The characters, the story, and the one thing that has plagued every RPG ever made since this game, the fucking cards.
Hey, you guys having a good time with all the lesbian jokes and the gay people and the emo things and the gun blades? I'm having a good time making these jokes too. Only I'm not. You see, I may have given you guys the wrong impression when it comes to Final Fantasy VIII. Maybe you thought I was just picking on the characters of the story, and maybe it's really not that bad. Noah's just having a good time tearing down a little fanboy legacy. You know what? That's not what it's about. Final Fantasy VIII, to me, is about one thing and one thing only. Pain. And I'll tell you why. I just spent 2 hours, 2 damn hours, doing nothing but drawing magic spells. And if you don't know what that's like, if you just want to know just a little bit of how long that is, I'm going to show you just a fraction of what I went through. You have to understand this before we go any farther with Final Fantasy II. The review is officially over for now until you sit here and you fucking watch this!
Some people actually wrote in asking me for footage of me drawing magic. You know what? Wish fucking granted. I was doing you guys a favor leaving that out. Well, guess what? You guys are going to get all the drawing footage you ever wanted to see. In fact, this is all your fault. You understand me? We really need to touch base on what this game is like, and you're going to get it. This is Final Fantasy VIII. I can't even do other things while I'm doing this because the draw option is, 2 spaces down and you gotta select the individual spell. Otherwise I would just mash a button and watch some porn on the TV or something. But no, I gotta sit there and I gotta actually, manipulate the commands. And later on it's not even that simple because you have to draw from bigger monsters. And those monsters actually may put you in danger of actually killing you. So not only that, you got to keep yourself healthy while you're drawing. So it's this huge, massive process, on top of the already cumbersome process of trying to level up, get money, and level up your GFs. Which, believe me, that's no fun either. In fact, leveling up the GFs is another agonizing process involving selecting your individual abilities and going out to fight monsters to get APs so they level those abilities up in a specific order. And you need to get those abilities so you can do very simple things. Like you can't even shop until you unlock one of the abilities from one of your GFs you don't even have yet. But that's not the point. I'm going on about drawing. Are you having fun yet? I am. It's been 3 minutes. I haven't even finished one. And it's felt like for fucking ever. And I'm doing this from what looks like some kind of mutated big testicle dragonfly. It's got these testicles hanging off the front of its face. It's trying to teabag me. I'm sitting there just getting my ass kicked on doing this. God. This whole process is so abstract, it's meaningless. I mean, what do 100 fires or 100 scans look like? You're collecting them, and obviously you have a limit of space, so what form does it take? What actually does the drawing process entail? How are you getting these things? How can you run out of space? I mean, what does it mean to link magic to an attribute? There must be some physical process. How is it achieved? What the fuck am I doing? I mean, why am I here? God damn it! I'm still not done. I'm not even close. This is one spell. God, I'm finally out of one spell. Now I get to draw the other one, the mystery spell, which turns out to be Scan. And I don't have any of those. I started out with about 7 fires. So we're just going to sit here for a little while and watch me draw scans now. Isn't this fun? This is so bad. I mean, anyone who likes Final Fantasy VIII, anyone who said this is their favorite Final Fantasy game, this is pretty much my review. This is all I have to say to you fanboys of Final Fantasy VIII. Watch this video and fuck you! Okay? I mean, just watch. You actually had to do this for every spell, and I had people write in saying there are other ways to get magic. Well, yeah, there are, but I'm so pissed off, and I so don't care enough to learn them, that it's just another version of busy work instead of this. 2 scans, come on! I could be doing something, anything else, you know, like looking for a job, which I can't find. I'm just sitting here in the dark. You know what? You're actually being entertained listening to me rant and rave about this horse shit. I mean, I had to sit alone in the dark playing this goddamn forsaken ass rape shit just over and over and over again just to collect every spell in the damn game. Just what am I doing? Look at this. And none of the spell placements make a damn bit of sense anyway. I mean, why does this testicle bug have the spells fire and scan? I mean, it doesn't cast fire at me. And somebody else online made a good point. You'll never actually cast these spells because it's much more useful just to stockpile them. So the entire process of spellcasting is bullshit!
Yeah.
Well, this is your draw footage. I'm having a blast. How about you? We're just gonna sit back and watch this. 2 scans? Fuck you! Come on, give me more scans! God, come on! Why? Come on. Oh, it's a long way to Tipperary. Am I done yet? Am I even close to being done? Nope. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? I mean, it's so pointless. Who coded this? Who tested this and said, oh yeah, people think this would be a great idea, people just to sit around for fucking hours doing nothing but playing with themselves and drawing magic just so they can fill and buff up their attributes. God. Oh. I'm actually done. Oh my god, I'm done. Now I gotta kill this beast and try to save the game. Oh, thank Christ. We're done. You know what? If you're actually still with me, you are worthy at last of finishing the next parts of this review. Because if you watch this, you finally know what we're in for, okay? This is Final Fantasy VIII, you assholes.
This episode is devoted to the most worthless aspect of Final Fantasy VIII. That's the card battle side game, mini quest known as Triple Triad. That fucking game. I don't even know where the obsession with including these pointless card battle side quests in RPGs came from. But I think ever since this game, they've just been all over RPGs. I mean, think about it. You've got, Tetramaster in Final Fantasy IX, that stupid fucking blitzball shit in Final Fantasy X, Sphere Break in 10-2, that goddamn Pizzazz game in Knights of the Old Republic. And I'm pretty sure there was something in Jade Empire, and how about a game of Lucky Hit? So here I am, 17 years or something later, trying to relate to you what the Final Fantasy VIII experience was like for me as a kid. And I don't want to do the card battling. So guess what? I'm not going to do it. That's right. Oh, I'll put the card game to rest once and for all, but that doesn't mean I have to subject myself to the 40 hours of my life grinding out those motherfucking cards and reloading old saves over and over again every time I lose. No, fuck that. I'm actually going to take your advice for once. I'm not going to play the card game. I did it once. I did my time. Now, I've got YouTube. Now I can just steal footage posted by other sad bastards who are actually insane enough to have enjoyed this bullshit.
You were introduced to Triple Triad from the very beginning of the game, a collectible card battle game that swept the entire planet to the point it's all anyone plays. It's like Magic the Gathering on that score, only every person alive, child, adult, or the elderly in every city on the planet has a deck of cards, and you can't actually buy any of the cards. You can either turn the monsters you encounter into cards, and this is such a metagame concept, I have no idea how it's supposed to actually work in any realistic fashion. Or more likely, you have to wager your cards against other players and take them one at a time when they lose. Hey kids, gambling is good for you! Gamble constantly! But not only that, the game is so widespread and popular that organizations that can only be described as cults have risen around it, with people engaging in strange rituals, organizing secret underground gambling circles, and calling themselves strange code names to protect their identities from others. Take, for example, the Card Club, a secret society in your academy that go by the names Jack, Club, Joker, Diamond, Spade, and Heart, all of whose identities are unknown, and who require you to beat them in order to talk to the next person in the club, meaning you have to go through the process of scouring the entire garden and talking to every single character in the garden about 6 times, and that's only after you win at least 15 games in the garden, and they're all people you have to get through several times if you want to get all their good cards, to get to the mysterious King of Cards. Oh, but you don't find the King of Cards. He finds you. But here's how the game works. Each city tends to play by different rules, and you have to keep all of these rules straight if you want to win. There's the same rule where cards are flipped if the numbers on each side match, the plus rule where a card is placed such that the numbers on each bordering side add up to the number they all flip, and then there's the combo rule, where flipped cards keep flipping other cards if they satisfy the plus or the same rule. But so far these are just kind of annoying. The worst rules are the ones that affect which cards are traded when you win or lose a game. The starting rule is 1, where the winner just takes a card from the loser. The best one, at least if you win, is all, where you get all of the loser's cards. The absolute worst, the worst fucking rule is direct, where each player walks away with the cards that they flipped, meaning you could lose the match and win more cards, but you only win the cards that you flipped. You lose the cards that your opponent flipped, meaning you can bust your ass to get a really rare card, win the match, and still lose your fucking Laguna card because the stupid jackhole managed to flip it early in the fucking game. And did I mention the random rule can suck my pucker? Anyway, this would be bad enough if you knew what cities played what rules. But here's the real catch. The rules change over time. You see, I'm not even really sure how it works, but sometimes the rules from neighboring cities will carry over to other cities like herpes. And if you let a really shitty rule spread too far, like, say, random, it flares up all over the place, and you have to go all over the planet to try and get it treated and change it to something more manageable. And you only really want to play the basic game and not fuck with the variant rules. So all the time, you not only have to worry about winning games and keeping track of what cards you need, who has them, and what you need to play them, you have to keep doing preventative maintenance to make sure you're playing the rules you want to use. Worse, even if you do this, the rules can degrade. So if you're like me, and you tried to set the rule for you take all the assholes cards when you win, the rule will often degrade to the next lower one in the hierarchy, diff, which is the one where you lose cards you didn't mean to lose. And this happens all at once. So get the globe-trotting, asshole. Welcome to Final Fantasy VIII. And some of these assholes will want to change the rules on you, or ask if they can play by some other city's rules. Like you're gonna remember what city plays what. And you really don't want to do that. Just say no, kids. Well, that was long-winded. I'm already tired. I think I'll catch him shut-eye before trying to find the King of Cards. Whoa! Hey, what's this? Oh my. Hey, what are you doing in my room, baby? And you even showed up in your formal uniform. Are we gonna play Naughty Student or Clap the Erasers tonight? Actually, get this, Quistis is the king of cards, which says a whole lot of weird things about her I barely want to think about. I mean, she's leading this cult of uber geeks? Sad, man. Yeah, she snuck into my room at 3 in the morning to play cards. Yeah, well, I guess it's Quistis in my room, so who am I to complain, right? Oh, yeah, baby, you want to play some cards with me? Yeah, I got a new rule we can play with. Loser strips. Ooh, Noah, your deck is so big. God, I'm lonely. But I just find it hilarious that everyone is perfectly willing to play cards with you anywhere at any time. On a mission, in the middle of a time warp, in the middle of an attack by fucking MODOK. Anyone fall back, they're coming at us from all sides. We need to regroup and form a barrier between us and the snakes. What, cards? Sure, I got a minute. And I really hope you brought your own music, because if you're actually willing to invest the time necessary to finish these side quests, you'll soon realize the true horror of Triple Triad. That fucking mouth heart music looped over and over and over again every time you play, like water torture, slowly eroding its way through your skull. And maybe it's just me, but I can't stand the little default whip, whip, whip noise every time you move the cursor. God damn, it drives me nuts. Same reason I disable all those little clicks and bells and whistles on Windows. I mean, who needs the same little chime every time you click on a link or open up a folder? You may also notice in your travels a lady who calls herself the Queen of Cards, a wandering card player who travels between the major cities bearing different ultra-rare cards depending on when you play her and where. Now, how in the hell you're supposed to figure her out without a strategy guide is beyond me, because sometimes to progress in her little sub-quests and unlock rarer cards, you actually need to lose specific cards to her intentionally before she'll bring them out. And that doesn't even get to the real problem of playing the Queen. You know what that is? The Queen is a cheating whore! Seriously, I hate this fucking bitch! Kiss your cards goodbye, or be prepared to reload constantly, because the Queen chooses her own rules. I mean, what bullshit is that? Lady, this isn't Nom. There are rules. Everyone has to play along with your own creepy little world here. Says who? Who says I can't just stave your fucking head in with my gunblade and take your goddamn cards? I'd say this was meant to be taken as seriously as Yu-Gi-Oh!, but at least with Yu-Gi-Oh! There was some semblance of order. I mean, this is anarchy. You want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts. Okay, so what's your reward for all this, you might ask? Items. You get the rare cards, you refine them into items. They're good ones, but you don't need them. You don't even really want them. And no, you don't need to do this stuff. This side quest nonsense is all over console games nowadays, and a lot of people dig the hell out of it. I guess my point is that more isn't necessarily better. I appreciate the desire to add a lot of features and open up the game to new options, but at what cost? If they put more effort into making a better primary game, maybe I wouldn't feel the need to break up the monotony with pointless minigames. Bottom line, I hate these stupid, superfluous games with no depth, no purpose, bad music, and goals that only serve to insult my intelligence.
Welcome back to my review of Final Fantasy VIII, Part 4, and I know what you're thinking. You've been bitching about this game for a half hour, and you haven't even really touched on the main storyline yet. You haven't even started really playing the game. After all, the best part of this game is the storyline, isn't it? You can forgive a lot in a bad game if the storyline is good and the characters are involving. Well, we delay no longer. Those other parts were appetizers to the main course. Now we dive balls deep into the storyline. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts.
Now that I've passed the seed exam and killed the school's demon in the fire cave, the real exam begins. That's right, they're sending us off to war, but not before they assign you a partner, a guy disconcertingly named Zell Dinkt. Mr. Dinkt has issues.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
I just like the Mike Tyson tattoo.
I will eat his heart. I will eat his children.
The other guy? Well, Cypher. Or is it Cipher? You don't say Kiefer Sutherland, do you? Anyway, where is that guy? Yeah, I think Seifer might be evil. Anyway, he rolls with two people, Fujin and Raijin. Don't know which one is which, but one of them dresses like a waitress at a pirate-themed restaurant, and the other one wears baggy pants like MC Hammer. Oh, and Headmaster Sid is Robin Williams in this game. That's right, you're going to a real battlefield. Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll! That reminds me, is it Seed or CD? Either way lame, but it's always bugged me. Anyway, to the Zellmobile! Oh, come on, what the hell is that? You're telling me that's the official APC for Seed Special Forces? This is really humiliating. Ever ready batteries to power. 4-cylinder engine to speed. I'll get drive-through. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Zell, the most annoying dude in the game. And also, I hate to say this, more than a little gay. He really wants to see your gunblade badly, and he'll pester you about it for the entire trip. Squall doesn't really answer, seeing as how he's master of the ellipses. I don't really know where the gunblade is. Apparently Squall has infinitely deep pockets. Anyway, Seifer is jealous of Zell's horrible aching man-crush on you, and really knows how to push Zell's buttons. Oh yeah, I think Zell has ADHD. Check out this total verbal ownage, chicken wuss. Oh no, he didn't! You just got burned! That's your villain for this game, Seifer, the man with the insults of a 7-year-old. Yeah! Anyway, after the road trip, you all pile into an ocean transport to go to battle. Seifer tells you to go look outside, and I tell him to go fuck himself. Not that it really matters, because he just pulls rank on you and sends your ass out there anyway. But hey, anything to get me some alone time away from Zell and Seifer, okay? Ah, some peace and quiet at last.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
I'm king of the world! Woo!
Oh, that's a big help. Thanks for that tactical plan, Patton. Oh, way to scrag the prop on the boat there, pal. I'll see you on the beach! Anyway, we're issued the vague direction of just wander aimlessly around the city and kill everyone in a different uniform than us, and that's your final exam. So, you can imagine the fear it grips in everyone's hearts when you see this awesome force swarming up the beach at you. Anyway, check this out. This one guy attacks you. Check out the balls on this dude. He hides behind a fountain, sees you coming, and thinks, I can take these guys. One of them knows Jeet Kune Do. And then a giant snake attacks, and Seifer tells you to let him have the finishing blow because that gives him the XP. Fuck you, pal. How does this even begin to make sense in any real-world concept? Seifer is basically a kill-crazy bastard, so he runs off almost immediately so you don't hog his experience points. And then he starts getting a little weird. And he wants to tell you about his romantic dream. Great. But it's okay because you're issued a real powerhouse of a replacement. That's right, a schoolgirl in a miniskirt armed with nunchucks. Hot.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Yeah, she's undeniably dressed for battle, isn't she? I just love how they send people into combat with nunchuck swords and one guy who apparently just knows martial arts. At the top of the communications tower, you meet the eponymous Biggs and Wedge, and they're fixing a fuse box. I mean, I know how it is. I fucking hate Dish Network, too. But apparently, their master plan did not take into account the attack of Zell, Dinked, and Selfie. Oh no. But they do their best amount of defense. Why does nobody in this game have a gun? Did these guys have some kind of sense of fair play? So it's a really boring battle until, for no reason, some giant monster just swoops in and attacks. I have no idea what it is or where it comes from, but I do know that it breathes fire, it has the ass of a hornet, the wings of a bat, and the awesome chin of Jay Leno. Am I to believe some kind of huge hellspawn just nested in this tower until Biggs and Wedge kicked its hive over? Anyway, when you stab it, it explodes. Until Biggs and Wedge unleash their final revenge. You might have thought the demon was scary, but wait until you see the giant mechanical spider. And we've only got 30 minutes to get to the coast! Continue to choke on my 40-second elemental summoning as you have for 15 minutes! Got Kit from Knight Rider eyes. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Help me!
Exterminate! Exterminate! Exterminate!
God, go! Get to the chopper! Oh, this is the hottest thing I have ever seen. Yes. Do not mess with my girlfriend, bitch. Punch it, Chewie! So, did I win? I guess so, because you're all officially made seed soldiers. Zell is, well, he's ecstatic. Big news is the prom's tonight, so I better change into my pimp clothes. Oh, not my Captain EO costume, I said my prom clothes. Squall, being an unlikable bastard, promptly does what I do at every dance I've ever been to, support the wall and hit the booze. Hard. And then Zell bothers you like that's the first thing I need. And of course, you blow him off because you no longer have to associate with him. Wait a minute, who is that? She says I'm the best looking guy here. Baby, I know. But hey, flattery, baby, will get you everywhere.
Did someone say dancing?
Anyway, you want to go back to my place? I got some My Chemical Romance CDs, and we could watch The Crow, or what? Oh, you see a friend of yours. You're gonna go talk to your friend. My date ditched me, man. I just have no idea how to talk to women. The only people who like me are Zell and Cypher. What does that even say about me? Oh my God, Quistis was talking to me, and she's complimenting me. What do you say? Say something slick. Something. Say something! Thank you. Stupid! The music in there sucks anyway. It sounds like circus music. Is she still here? What do you want? Look, I don't want to play cards with you, okay? Yeah, this is thrilling, going to Squall's prom. I mean, the game is bad enough when there's actually stuff to do. Plus, Squall can't read signals if you tied him to a rock and bashed his fucking head in. How could you like me? You're my teacher. Dude, she's 18 and she whips people. I have to go to Tijuana and pay to get women like that to pay attention to me, alright? These women are basically throwing themselves at his feet. If you put a neuron of brain power into this, you could probably get Selfie into a foursome. Oh, you've got an order? What? This whole game's a tease. You and I are to go to the secret area? You dirty chick. You mean you actually want to go to the secret area? Amazing! Quistis boobies, Squall is getting late tonight. Whips and chains and kinky leather. And Squall asks, what do you want to do there? Are we Oh, come on, you dense bastard.
Squall, I am warning you. The off chance of seeing Quistis naked is about the only thing that keeps me playing this game. Do not screw this up!
What do you want to do at the secret area? I oughta... And he's still clueless. Yes, get changed. Oh, not into that. You look like a total queer. I need sexual healing, babe. What? I haven't fought the T-Rex. Where are you going with this? Status changes in the... She brought me all the way out here to have a tutorial? Oh, you have to be kidding me. This woman is officially a tease. This is like the third tutorial on junctioning. How complex is this thing? Quistis, you are seriously ruining the mood for me. Yes, let's go to the secret area. Come on. Hey, not bad. It's a regular Lover's Lane, if Lover's Lane was infested with monsters. That is quite a view of whatever it is I'm looking at. This is so dull. Check out this pause. I have done nothing to this footage. Man, what time for you to get a watch? Let's count this pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God! No, I'm not listening. Nobody's saying anything. Squall, she is waiting for you to make your move. Don't say that. No, I don't often say this, but I have so much better moves than this guy. She doesn't want to say anything. She just wants you to get horizontal. No, don't say that!
I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it.
Anyway, on the way back to your dorm, you encounter somebody in distress from a horrible dragonfly monster. Gee, I wonder if it was a good idea to have a monster-infested garden left unsupervised and unguarded where anyone could wander into it without protection. I guess it's just assumed if you go to this place, don't wander into Jurassic Park. There's so much about this I just don't understand. I mean, do they import these monsters? Do they breed them? Do they feed them? Who's in charge of this? Who cleans up their poop? Oh yeah, these monsters also have the spells Protect and Shell, which I don't have, so I had to spend about 20 minutes drawing 100 of those for everybody. This is the worst date I've ever had. Got ditched, had a tutorial on junctioning, fought a giant tick. I just love spending 8 hours of every game killing giant bugs. Oh, Quistis, you're too good for him. I better get back to my dorm, take a cold shower, and post something emo on MySpace. I just hope I don't run into fucking Zell. Oh, God! Jeez. Don't you have anywhere else to be? Don't you have any life outside of mine? I need to get some sleep. I have a mission in the morning. Lord Raiden! Looks like I have to cross the sea again if Zell ever gets here. Now, where did you get that? Zell, you bojo, those boards don't work on water. Unless you've got power. Zell, dingleberry that he is, doesn't seem to know about the school's rule against hoverboards and gets his taken away instantly, asshat. At least Robin Williams makes me squad leader for a change. I'd ask where Cypher is, but then I really don't care. I like how Selfie almost got dressed for this mission. Headmaster Sid pulls you aside and gives you what he calls a cursed item, but it actually turns out to be a magical lamp. I mean, hey, cool. You just have to be careful, but I mean, it's just a magic lamp. What could possibly go wrong? What in the heck is that? El Diablo, no! Oh no. Please have mercy, O Lord of Darkness. No.
What the hell just happened? The devil? Are you kidding me? He gave me a lamp that had the devil in it. I was expecting a happy genie who sings little songs and grants wishes, not the devil! How was I supposed to guess that? I mean, what kind of weird shit is Headmaster Sid into? I mean, I know he told me it was cursed and I should be careful, but when you give someone a lamp with the devil in it, you don't say, oh, be careful, it's a little dangerous. You say, here's a lamp and it has the devil in it! What the hell am I gonna do?
It turns out all you really need to do is cast blindness on the devil, because he has two main attacks, one being a spell that drains your life but never actually takes it, and a physical attack. So if you blind him, his physical attack is completely useless. The gravity spells have the side effect of putting all your characters at extremely low health, setting off their limit break, so all you have to do is continually wail on him with your best attacks, and he's completely powerless to stop you, while you just sit there pummeling him and drawing all the magic you want off him. And by the way, Selfie's limit break is freaking awesome. You know, I dropped 3 meteor spells on him. Isn't meteor like the ultimate spell in Final Fantasy VI, the one that reportedly will like cause the apocalypse of the world? And I just dropped it on Satan 3 times. But the real death blow comes from Zell's kung fu. Because swords and meteors are one thing, but a good Chuck Norris roundhouse to the jaw will finish anything, even the devil. And in classic Pokemon fashion, as soon as you kick a major monster's ass, he serves you. I should go back to the school and kick Sid's ass for giving me the devil, but instead I'm going to continue on with my mission. I have to catch a train to go to a town called Timber, which is across the sea. Oh my god, the Queen of Cards. No, I don't want to play cards. Oh, I should never have talked to you in the first place. 30,000 gil to change a card game rule? This lady tells me I have a pretty nice physique, and she asked me if I want to be a model for her photograph. So, I mean, hey, why not? I want to make a lot of pictures. Okay, well, let's negotiate. But forget about it, you brought it up! I love how in every RPG in history, you are free to wander in anyone's house and rifle through their shit for belongings. It's just great. You found an old issue of Timbermaniacs. Not. Who cares if it is Timbermaniacs? What is it, some kind of weird porn for lumberjacks? Yeah, Zell doesn't want me in his room. Dude, I don't want to be in your room. I never want to be in your room. Let's just get a ticket for the train, okay? 3,000? Are you kidding me? I don't have 3,000 gil. What do I get? Oh, jeez. You mean to tell me the Special Forces didn't pay for my damn train ticket? This is advanced culture, but they don't have credit cards? Come on, I had to sell stuff to get on this train. You better believe I am billing Sid for this when I get back. Hey, look, we're under the ocean, but it's daylight outside. Selphie and Zell are just awestruck by this train, like they've never been on a passenger car in their lives. No, it's not pretty cool, Zell. It's a train. God. You know, Squirrel, if you threw Zell out the window, no one would ever find his body. It's right about now that I'm beginning to realize that both of my traveling companions are absolutely batshit insane. Zell is astonished to the point of wetting his pants at the fact that we actually have a room on the train. Hey, for 3,000 bucks, I better have a room. And Selphie starts working her lolicon 12-year-old maturity charms on you, singing a train song that she made up impromptu on the train, singing about how much she loves trains going to the future. Oh, Jesus. I'm actually going to hang out with Zell, seeing as how he is actually less crazy. I can't believe I actually said that. Zell, my God, man, you are in your 20s. Stop bouncing on the couch. Oh my God, there's only 2 bunks. They even have magazines here. Pet pals? Ew! Dude, Zell, whatever you do on your own time is your business, pal. I don't want to read your stinking, dirty Pet Pal magazine. It really pays me. No, it doesn't. I had to pay for this ticket. I am never getting over this. No, Zell, I don't want to hear about Timber. Please, don't tell me about Timber. No, Zell, I mean it. Jeez, come on, just shut up, Zell. I gotta tell the dude 3 times to shut up. Oh, and Selphie is already feeling train sick. Heady drama in the world of Final Fantasy VIII, the quest for Dramamine. You know, looking around this room, for 3,000 bucks, I got a big sofa, 2 bunks, but no TV? What the hell? I bought the presidential suite. It would be nice if I could get some pay-per-view pornography. I know there's not a lot going on during this review, but I mean, this is the game. Nothing happens in this game. Someone turn off that Mariah Carey CD. What the hell is going on? Is that when Selphie just passed out? What is that noise? Ah! Jeez.
Ah!